Okay. Gratitude for this. Okay. I want you to teach me this logic. Not being facetious, not being vindictive, not being um, out of character. I really want to see how this works for you. The main reason why I ask this, right, is when you are an unconditional life healer and this is your life purpose, right? When this is your soul contract, your spouse is going to be a healer. Now, throughout life, your relationship with any spouse is going to bring up neglect, codependency, abandonment, selfishness, ego, all those things, because a lot of people really don't know how to heal from that properly. Then, after you go through the healing aspect of that, right, then we have to start with childhood trauma, right? And then, because most people think, oh, okay, that's it after you do the codependent. No, that is partial. Not even, that's like maybe 1/4 of your trauma. Because your childhood trauma takes your innocence, takes your purity, it takes your childhood away. So you have to learn all that, right? Now, a lot of people feel that they're healed by being able to avoid what broke them in the first place. Baby, when you are on your healing journey, nothing breaks you. It strips you. It strips you of your old self and creates the new. The new person that is going to be the best version of you. Now, a lot of people fail at this. And what I mean by this, they fail at the fact of a lot of people when they fall in love, right? And they get hurt, and they want to turn cold, bitter, angry. Instead of being the best version, do you not know that person will not ever find another person like you? Do you even know that that person is going to be searching for you for the rest of their life through other people? Do you not know you didn't set a new threshold, a new marking on somebody else? Now, when you notice that you've done this, then it's time for you to do self-inventory. What did I learn about this relationship? For example, what made you stay in that relationship so long, knowing that this person continuously cheated on you? The ideal of needing to be needed. You used to failure. You used to no one being able to love you the way that you needed to be loved. Right? So, with that being said, when you start to look into yourself and do self-inventory, right? When you start to look at yourself and do self-inventory, and let's say you evaluate the situation and what took you so long to get out that relationship. Since you are the healer, what took you so long? Needing to be wanted. Why did you need to be wanted? Because you don't know what that feels like. Why don't you know what that feels like? Because how old were you when you first experienced neglect? Maybe if I just pour in a little bit more and be more optimistic and be more focused and be more. Baby, you was just getting that person prepared for the spouse that they were supposed to meet so they will not go through the same obstacles with you. Like how they went with you, excuse me. And what they did was get you prepared to deal with a spouse that's you're not gonna go through that, because you know why? As soon as you see a little inkling of that, you're not gonna run. You already know how to handle it. See, that's the difference between the outcome. Like I tell people all the time, you are the one that I can date the same man that you date, and another woman can date the same man that you date, and another man can date, two men can date the same woman, and everybody will get a different outcome because of how they act in their healing. So if you are truly and unconditionally healed, right, wouldn't that mean that you would be prepared to be able to go through certain things? Because what if your relationship, you get somebody that's actually together, knows how to heal, but you trigger them because just something you do reminds them of an ex. But because you worked on yourself and knew how to take accountability and say, you know what, I do apologize. Maybe I shouldn't have came at you that way. Ooh. Now, you didn't just changed the game, the situation, the outcome, and now it's different. Because in your last relationships, you were the one that didn't apologize. You was the one that blamed the other person because you felt attacked. See, that's what you're doing. You're learning how to change your way of thinking to become the healed. Because, baby, even the most quote-unquote healed person will get in a relationship with somebody and trigger certain wounds because they're not used to certain things. Do you not know you can trigger somebody with the love that you give because they were so used to not having it, or the affection that you give? You know how many clients I meet? They have to learn how to give affection. Hell, I was one of those. They had to learn how to give affection because you were so used to not receiving it that you had to put a restriction on it. And then some people are overly affectionate and don't know how to stop, right? And they learn because they have somebody that put boundaries in place to help them heal. So what you fail to realize is, all I ask is that you explain your logic to me. If you can make a video, that would be great. But if you're healed, you will attract certain things, but you'll know how to change the outcome. You won't have the full-fledged partner that you used to. You'll just know how to make a different outcome so your partner does not turn into the old partner. Think about it.